Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It is Friday, September 4th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. I'm not quite sure which is the top news story today, whether it might be County Executive Stuart Pittman's announcement or the weather we had last night. But let's go with County Executive Pittman to start with. Yesterday afternoon, he did announce that Anne Arundel County would not go to Stage 3 of the Maryland Roadmap to Recovery like Governor Hogan had announced earlier in the week. The county will remain at Stage 2, and that was in conjunction with his recovery work group as well as Health Officer Dr. Nilesh Kalanaraman. In a statement, Pittman said, "We need to get our schools open, and the state of Maryland has given us an achievable new case rate that makes it safe to do so. We must lower our rate of spread to get there. Unfortunately, cases in our county are increasing right now, and recent experience shows clearly that if we increase activity, our rate of spread will accelerate more. That's the outcome we must avoid. The data shows us that we are simply not ready to move to Stage 3. To get there, we must stand together and finish the job we started. Let's beat this thing." So, retail and churches still need to remain at the same capacity, which is 50%. Movies will not be happening. Live entertainment inside will not be happening. And restaurant closures at 10 p.m. will still remain. And just for those that are wondering, Annapolis City is going to be following the county with this announcement. Severe weather blasted Anne Arundel County yesterday evening, including a confirmed tornado in Edgewater. The first round of the fast-moving storms brought intense lightning, heavy winds, and torrential rains at about 6 p.m., and a second round, much less violent, blew through at about 7:30 p.m. According to the National Weather Service, the area did receive 1 to 3 inches of rain, and they did confirm a tornado touched down briefly in Edgewater along Solomon's Island Road, Route 2, just south of the South River Bridge, causing moderate damage to trees, power lines, and some buildings. And also from several Facebook posts, it looks like the Woodland Beach and Edgewater Beach communities saw some pretty significant damage. At the height of the storm, BG&E did confirm that there were nearly 6,000 homes in Anne Arundel County without power. A group of parents at Monarch Academy in Annapolis are not happy with the new principal and want her out. They've started an online petition calling for the ouster of Principal Rachel Amstutz, saying that she's not qualified to lead and making claims that she is racially biased and a bully. The petition reads in part, "Principal Amstutz has not demonstrated the ability to work with a diverse population. This was very obvious during the school year. She often did not respond to African-American parent requests. She even had one parent wait in the front office for more than an hour before speaking with her." Now, this did get the attention of County Councilwoman Lisa Rodbian, who did comment on the petition saying, "Please listen to the concerns of these families. The stories I'm hearing from families are extremely troubling." Now, Amstutz was hired as principal in July of 2019, and prior to that, she was the principal at Manorview, Bodkin, and South Shore Elementary Schools. Monarch Academy, as everybody knows, is a contract school for Anne Arundel County, so they are sort of independently guided by an organization called the Children's Guild Alliance. We did reach out to Kathy Lane, who is the Chief of Educational Services, and she said that they are now aware of the petition and the concerns. They, however, were not prior to the petition being made public. She said that prior to the petition, nobody had brought this to the attention of anybody, the Children's Guild, the Anne Arundel County Public School Systems, the Anne Arundel County Public Board of Education, Miss Amstutz's supervisor, or herself. She said that social media is not a vehicle for resolving issues, but now that they know and understand, they are working to address them. In a statement sent to us, she said, "We are working daily with Mrs. Amstutz and the community to engage in restorative conversations, seeking to understand the concerns and working collaboratively to establish actionable next steps to continue the ongoing work of building an inclusive school culture and climate." Currently, that petition on change.org does have more than 500 signatures. And finally, as we wrap it up, the Chesapeake News Guild, which is the organization representing the unionized staff of the Capital Gazette, is asking readers, elected officials, and anybody that may be interested to help them say goodbye to their newsroom. Tribune Publishing has decided to close the Annapolis office, which has had a presence here since the 1800s, if you can believe that. And Tribune has really said that the newsrooms in Annapolis, as well as one in Carroll County in Westminster, are no longer viable due to COVID. With the staff working from home, it made no economic sense to continue to pay rent on empty buildings. The journalists obviously disagree with this decision because they say that the county needs journalists on the ground holding everybody accountable more than ever. And the Capitol staff is going to come together on Labor Day to remove their belongings and equipment from the Capitol office on Admiral Cochran Drive. They're going to load up their cars and they're going to parade their new mobile offices, quote unquote, through the city. The caravan is going to go down Riva Road to West Street, around Church Circle, State Circle, down to City Dock. And when they are down at City Dock, they are going to be having a short press conference from 12:30 to 1:30 at Susan Campbell Park, and they will take questions. They do expect to be at Church Circle and State Circle at about 11:45 a.m., and they do say, hey, if you want to come on out and cheer them on, that would be a good spot to do that. Concurrently with this press conference, there is a Trump flotilla scheduled for the Annapolis Harbor at the exact same time. Organizers do say that there are more than 50 boats that are expected to participate. So there's that. All right, so there you go. Have a great long weekend. Reminder, we will not be here on Monday because we are going to be taking the day off and relaxing a little bit. And that does wrap it up for the news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we're going to be updating these stories and more. And of course, you want to make sure all your friends and family and colleagues know about the Daily News Brief, how to get a hold of it, and have it delivered right to their phone. Other than that, hang tight. We've got George Young standing by from DCMD VA Weather with your local weather forecast. And once again, have a great weekend.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMD VA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMD VA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMD VA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, September 4th. Yesterday generally lived up to its billing with hot and humid conditions, followed by severe storms in the afternoon and evening hours that even produced at least one tornado in Anne Arundel County near the South River area, which then moved generally eastward and probably emptied out onto the bay. We'll have to see an official report from the National Weather Service in the coming week or so for details, but the good news is that stormy weather won't be in the mix today through at least Monday or Tuesday, as it'll be tons of sunshine for the long holiday weekend ahead. Look for temps today to still be fairly hot with highs 86 to 92 degrees for most in the region, but then it gets much better across the entire mid-Atlantic region starting Saturday with highs in the upper 70s to low 80s. And that should be the case for Sunday and Monday, and likely next Tuesday as well, so definitely get out and about today through the Labor Day holiday weekend before most area schools start up again on Tuesday the 8th. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMD VA Weather. Make it a great extended holiday weekend out there, as we'll be off from the Daily News Brief podcast Monday. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMD VA Weather in the Apple or Google App Store, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day at dcmdvaweather.com, so you can always stay weather informed.
What are we going to do about Mom?
What kind of care does Dad need?
How much will it cost?
Who will take care of them?
These are the tough questions that come with aging parents. Bay Village Assisted Living and Memory Care can help. We have the experience and the resources to help you find those answers. To help you gain peace of mind, we can answer the when, the where, the how, and everything in between. Give us a call or stop by for confidential, free assistance. We're here for those conversations, and maybe it's time you were too. Bay Village Assisted Living and Memory Care, a new community designed with Annapolis in mind. Visit our Sales and Information Center at 947 Bay Ridge Road or online at bayvillageassistedliving.com. We know these are hard conversations, and we're here to help when you need us.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.